Ask a question. Why do Danish men like Henning seek love in Thailand? Henning Hedegaard from Struer has never found love in Denmark. Instead, he experiences warmth, closeness, and community in Thailand, something he misses back home. In DR's documentary Men's Paradise Season 2, we follow the 63-year-old Henning, who lives with one foot in West Jutland and the other in Southeast Asia. He dreams of finding love even though he believes it's late in life. After a breakup marked by jealousy, Henning ended things with his Thai girlfriend Guy. Now he regrets it and is fighting to win her back. But he remains tied to Denmark because of his house in Struer, and that makes it difficult. How do you make everyday life function between two very different cultures? Why do Danish men travel to Thailand to find love? And what are they seeking that they miss in Denmark? That's exactly what Henning Hedegaard is ready to answer, joined by Gregers Møller, who has lived in Thailand for over 20 years and is married to a Thai woman. Lost items from Roskilde Festival now available for collection. Every year, thousands of festival goers at Roskilde lose their belongings during the festive week. This year is no exception, and now you can pick up the items you miss at Roskilde Festival's meeting rooms. According to a press release from the Midt-OG Vestjyllands police, the meeting rooms are located in the cellar at Havestensvej 11 in Roskilde and are open today and tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. After Tuesday, any remaining valuable items, like phones or speakers, will be handed over to the police, whom you must contact to retrieve them. Municipalities earn 1.2 billion kroner from parking. Never before have motorists paid so much for parking to the municipalities. Check how much your municipality is bringing in. Parking prices have surged. Several municipalities have expanded paid zones, increased rates, and residents must now pay more for parking near their homes. Last year, municipalities earned nearly 1.2 billion kroner from parking, 114 million more than the previous year, and the largest increase in several years, according to DR's analysis of municipal budgets. In Viborg, free parking in the city center ended in July. Now it costs, and this has been divisive in the parking lot at Chrysler's Plads. The moment we have to start paying, trade shifts to Bilka and the shopping mall, says pensioner Jorgen Mathisen. It creates more hassle. I think we should support our local businesses. We don't do that by making it harder to shop, he believes. Others accept the 11 kroner per hour rate after the first 2 free hours. Well, it's a change for the city because we were used to not paying, so it felt like a luxury. I don't think the amount is high enough to be scary, says project manager Lena Lundbeck. Britta Pedersen, who often shops in central Viborg, is considering going elsewhere. Parking must not be a pure moneymaker. One reason for the price hikes is traffic congestion. Since 2010, nearly 300,000 more families own cars, according to Statistics Denmark. By law, municipalities can charge for parking, but only to regulate traffic, not just to collect revenue. However, the motorists' organization FDM suspects municipalities are simply filling budget gaps by illegally charging for parking. Last year, FDM took Helsingør municipality to the Board of Appeal regarding paid parking but lost. Aarhus, to increase residential parking permits. Five-fold Aarhus City Council has approved increasing the annual residential parking permit fee from 500 kroner to 2,500 kroner from next year. The council aims to raise an additional 25 million kroner in parking fees, bringing total revenue to 45 million kroner in 2024. Currently, annual permits cost 500 kroner for petrol-diesel cars and are free for electric and hydrogen vehicles. Next year, prices will go up, 2,500 kroner for the first petrol-diesel car and 3,750 kroner for the second, while electric hydrogen cars will pay 500 kroner annually. Pensioner Jette Froven Jensen from the Ågedekvarteret neighborhood was shocked. It's a lie. It's completely horrific. There aren't even enough spots, she says. Mixed reactions in Ågedekvarteret. Local resident Frederick Rungby is also taken aback by the five-fold increase. Initially, it sounds huge. We've been used to paying 500 kroner yearly and have been very happy with that, he says. While he supports the climate goals, it will hit the family financially. Pensioner Jens Dalgaard on Frederiksberg is also unhappy. It sounds grotesque. It's a violent increase, he says. He believes the price hike will drive cars out of the city. Some council members regret the hike. Though 29 of 31 council members agreed to the budget, criticism remains. Council member Henrik Ahrens walked out of negotiations shortly before midnight. "I think we all agree parking fees should rise slightly for city residents with a car dot, but 500% is simply far too much," he says. The logic behind the increase is to encourage electric car use and shift more people to bicycles and public transport. But Ahrens doubts a 2,000 kroner saving will convince people to buy electric cars. "I could easily see paying 1,000 or 1,500 kroner, 50 or 100% increase, but not this much." New Green Park on Frederiksberg to open in autumn. Frederiksberg residents can look forward to seeing autumn colors in a brand new park, Hospitalshaven, part of the Bispebjerg Hospital redevelopment. Originally delayed, a new agreement with the capital region ensures the 11,000 square meters park will still open in autumn 2025. Frederiksberg Mayor Michael Vinfeldt, S., says it's fantastic for Europe's most densely populated municipality. "Most letters arrive on time. If you send a letter, you can expect it to arrive on time with 99% certainty." A new quality measurement by the Danish Transport Authority surveyed 2,616 letters sent via Dow and PostNord. Dow delivered 99% within the promised 5 days. PostNord, whose deadline is also 5 working days, managed 90%. PostNord announced earlier this year it will stop traditional letter delivery next year to focus on parcels. Denmark sends new humanitarian aid to Gaza. Denmark provides DKK 55 million in humanitarian aid to Gaza. According to the Foreign Ministry, funds go to UNRWA, WHO, and Dignity. UNRWA will use the funds for medical aid, clean water, and sanitation. WHO support will help Palestinians access health care, while Dignity will investigate torture and alleged war crimes. Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen, M. The humanitarian situation in Gaza has not been worse since the conflict began nearly 2 years ago. Denmark has significantly increased support for civilians and today launches another aid package. Survey: Danish opposition to Israel's actions in Gaza grows. A new opinion poll for DR shows that 57% of Danes now believe Israel's military operations in Gaza are too extensive, up from 45% in October 2023. Only 13% say the actions are appropriate or too limited, while 21% are unsure. The conflict began after Hamas's attack on October 7, 2023, which killed around 1,200 people. Since then, over 57,000 Palestinians have reportedly been killed, according to Gaza health authorities. These figures are unverified, as Israel restricts media access to Gaza. International experts interviewed by DR say Israel may be committing genocide, a claim Israel denies. The matter is now before the International Criminal Court, ICC. Criticism has also spread to popular culture, with artists like Mo, Tessa, and Greta Thunberg voicing strong pro-Palestinian messages on stage. Additionally, 49% of Danes support suspending the EU's trade agreement with Israel, citing concerns over human rights violations. AirTags help reunite festival-goers with stolen speakers. Mid-OG Vests Jalen's. Police recovered stolen speakers at addresses within their jurisdiction, thanks to AirTag tracking, reuniting multiple Roskilde Festival attendees with their stolen soundbox speakers. One 22-year-old reported the theft Sunday morning and located his speaker in Horve, about 50 kilometers from the festival. Police seized 6 stolen soundbox. Another 26-year-old from Aarhus used an AirTag to track his stolen device, leading to recovery from a residence and the arrest of a 16-year-old suspect. Several suspects, some Romanian nationals, have been implicated. A 38-year-old woman and a 26-year-old woman were arrested for possession of stolen goods and remanded in custody until July 31st. An 18-year-old suspect was fined and deported with a 2-year entry ban. Police search for 13-year-old girl Mid-OG Vest Jalen's. Police are searching for 13-year-old Leva, who left her home in Greve on Sunday morning. She is about 170 centimeters tall, very slim, with long brown hair, wearing a pink jacket, pink pants, and black boots. If seen or if anyone knows her whereabouts, please call 114. Police have no reason to suspect foul play. Direct trains from Copenhagen to Berlin and Prague next year. Next summer, new Czech Comfort jet carriages will serve a direct Copenhagen-Berlin-Prague route, coordinated by DSB, Deutsche Bahn, and České dráhy. The journey will take about 7 hours to Berlin and 11 hours to Prague, with 2 daily departures and an extra nightly service during summer. Man arrested for throwing Molotov cocktails. A 32-year-old man was arrested last night in Norge Sneed, suspected of throwing homemade Molotov cocktails at a factory in Midtjylland. Police told Ritzau that no major damage occurred at the NS Give Elementer site. He will appear in court today at 11 a.m. Lab technician program in Esbjerg saved. Student interest rising. The lab technician program in Esbjerg was at risk of closing due to low enrollment. However, a new partnership between UC SID and the local company Eurofins has turned things around. Applications have increased from 20 to 32 this year. The agreement ensures internship placements, part-time jobs, and marketing support for the program. Eurofins CEO Sven Åge Linde says the program is vital for securing future skilled employees. One student, Isabella Laustsen, even moved from Copenhagen to Esbjerg because of the strong job prospects linked to the program. Education experts praise the collaboration, noting that creative local partnerships can help smaller cities successfully attract students. That's a wrap on today's headlines here at Danish-InfoNewsTv. Whether it's love crossing continents, local concerns about parking, or new opportunities in education and transport, Denmark is always moving, changing, and inspiring. Thanks for tuning in. That concludes today's edition of Danish-InfoNewsTv. We appreciate your attention. Until then, take care and stay informed.